What's going on, guys? This is Makai. So we're here for the character details analysis for Bleach Rebirth the Souls. Harribel got revealed yesterday, and we're going over her website details as well as any other things that we noticed in her moveset. So make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. Let's try to get 100 likes on this video. I'm Makai saying what yo, and let's hop into this video. Harribel got revealed on Monday, and one of her biggest thing is her aura gauge. Harribel is going to incorporate this aura gauge in battle, and this is going to be how she plays. This also goes in conjunction with the type of playstyle she has. Based off of the website, we already know that Harribel is going to be a rush type of character where she has to keep the attack going to benefit from the attack increase in power, and her moves allow her to accumulate the aura. Any attack she gets off increases her power. From the website, we got a new PNG for her character. The PNG we got showcases, yes, her censored look where the underboobs are covered by the espada jacket. She still covers her mouth, though I wonder if she'll unzip and we'll see the iconic look of what it showcases, but probably for censoring we won't see that. Maybe in the story. We'll see. Again, in terms of the looks of the PNG, I think she's one of the better looking characters compared to some of the earlier characters that were revealed for the game, but that's just my opinion. Harribel is the third espada, her Zanpakuto, tiburon, and her command to return to the world is, I don't know, bruh. These translations are killing me. Among the many eccentrics among the espada, she inspires to create a world without sacrifice. She can control water, and a single slash can cut an enemy in half. Will we see water being employed by her in this game? Let's go on. Harribel is a super aggressive character, it says, who can close the distance with high performance unique skills and keep pressing attacks. Her unique skills have a high chance of charging performance, likely referring to the aura gauge. She doesn't allow her opponents to get any distance, and she has the aura gauge that strengthens herself by continuously landing attacks, and is very powerful while fighting at her own pace. However, since her normal attack power is low, she also runs the risk of being overtaken even if she wins in terms of the number of attacks she gets off. In order to keep her aura gauge high, it is important to keep attacking without being on the defensive. So essentially, Harribel is a rush type of character, but you need to ensure that you can keep the attacks going off. Now, despite the case that she's an attack oriented character, she can still get overtaken or whatever they said if you're not careful and still get countered. I imagine characters like Kenpachi or Nortada might have an advantage on her, especially with characters like Nortada and how their counters work. Harribel would be a character that would have a hard time fighting against someone like him. Getting into her skill stats: 3 attack, 5 speed, 2 reach, 3 durability, 3 skills. As the description clarifies, Harribel is going to be an attack oriented character. Her speed is going to allow her to get the best of her opponents. She also can close the distance, which we'll be getting in very shortly, and right now this is a character that I definitely want to play with. Her, Neliel, 2 characters playing with day one. Further clarifies right here, the more you attack with continuous attacks, the more strength, the faster you become. Now, these loose translations are essentially just telling us that Harribel gets stronger the more she attacks. And her ease of use is set at a 4, meaning that she's going to be a easier character to use in comparison to some of the other characters that we got, such as Nortada. Her signature move, it's translated to leave, states that it's a technique that charges towards your opponent. The distance is longer than a step, making it easier to close the distance. This technique itself does not have attacking ability and is derived from the technique that corresponds with additional input while charging. So let me get this straight. She has an ability to close the distance on people. It's not an attack ability, but it says that this is derived from the technique that corresponds with additional input while charging. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to pretend, but it seems like you can employ a move while employing this move at the same time, or like line up another move in conjunction with this move and to correspond it right after one another. If that's what it's saying, then oh shit, that's fire. We got our Spiritual Pressure 1 move. As you guys remember, it's called Ola Azul, and this long range attack charges Spiritual Pressure to the blade and fire it. Damage isn't even supposed to be great, but it's supposed to be great to accumulate the aura gauge and keep foes at bay from a distance, or as the website says, check people at a distance. This is going to be one of those moves that you just pull off to keep the aura gauge to increase or prevent it from decreasing too much. I feel like you're not going to use this move to try to cause massive damage, but this could also work in your favor. If like someone has a little bit of health left, you could do this and then throw them off guard. Like, who would actually lead with this move? But now that I said it, they might do it. Then her Spiritual Pressure 2 move is I'll Show You. This triple strike combo move that executes a large rising slash. This move increases the aura gauge like greatly if it lands, but if not, you're basically susceptible to counter attack. It's harder to pull this move off because it can be guarded against, so you have to be careful when making use of this move. The website says that if it's prevented, it will cause a gap, so be careful when using it. And assuming the translations are rough, gap is referring to the amount of time before you can take action, so I would imagine you don't want to use this just spamming it, but be more careful when making use of this move. Harribel awakens, but the one thing that I'm still left wondering is will her awakening allow her to employ water-based attacks in her regular combos, or is it going to be left for the Keycomb moves? But the most significant change is that she loses the dagger and she gains a long sword, and this increases her reach, so she becomes mid-range. But do they mean mid-range just because the length of the blade, or mid-range because of the type of attacks that she could do? Characters like Hisagi, we saw that when he becomes mid-range, what he's capable of doing, but Harribel doesn't showcase how she herself is mid-range. Even the gameplay that goes after the awakening, we don't see anything that gives us the idea that she's a mid-range character suddenly. So I'm leading hope out that yes, she is employing water techniques or something after awakening, but maybe it's copium, headcanon. The website gives a description on the aura gauge similar to the trailer, though it gives better context. It says, when the gauge accumulates 50% or more, your attack power will increase and the performance of various moves will be enhanced. The gauge decreases over time. Also, the more spiritual power you accumulate, the faster the decreased speed will be. Now, in the trailer, it just says that the gauge will gradually decrease when an attack doesn't land for a certain amount of time. So it doesn't tell us about the spiritual power being an indication of it decreasing faster. So this might be another way to balance out Harribel's character so she's not completely busted, or maybe these translations are faulty and we'll get the real understanding when the game comes out. That's gonna wrap things up. I'm Makai-san. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's try to get 100 likes. Makai-san, what yo, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.